Good day, YouTube. Welcome to another episode of the Duck Chronicles, sponsored by Oh For Fox's Sake. Anyway, having some coffee with the ducks. And as you can see, our little ducks are growing. Look at the patterns coming in. Feathers are starting to show up. It's about time for graduation day. Well, the good kind of graduation day, not the one where you graduate the freezer camp. Now, you can see the ducks have been making their way in their duck tractor toward the holding area, and yesterday I got all of the overgrowth knocked down in there for them. We got a few more things to do before it's ready for them. It's been in disrepair for 6 months. But as you can see, another move or two, and my plan is I'll open the gate, and this tractor will just slide right through that gate, pick it up, and they're free in their new great big giant area. It's actually pretty small, but for them it'll be huge. It'll take a little while for them to chill out and relax and realize that it's a good place. That'll take about an hour, but it'll take about a couple days before they're like, okay, this is home now. And once they feel like this is home now, and like I said, a couple days where they're just running around in there and they're happy, I'll just come out and I'll just open the gate and I'll let them out. And then I'll have people ask me when I show that episode of the Duck Chronicles, how are you going to get them back in there? Well, the same way we always have. We're going to tell them to go to bed, and we're going to round them up and get a little stick or something, and we'll push them in that direction toward the evening. It'll be a little bit of work, but not much. They'll pretty much want to go back there. That's where all their food's going to be. And initially, that's where their water will be. Of course, I give them kiddie pools all the time, but for the first couple days they come out, I won't give them anything with water in it out on the property. And if they want water, they'll have to go back to their little Rubbermaid tubs inside their holding area. And after about 2 or 3 times of doing that, I won't have to do much. And what we'll also do is when they're out of food, by the end of the day, when we put them away at night, we'll feed them. And when we feed them, we'll say, all ducks go to bed. And then we'll feed them. And then that will mean, in that little duck brain right there, that little duck brain's better than you think it is. They're smarter than you think. They're like I said, they're intelligent idiots is what they are. They don't know a lot, but what they know well. And when they hear all ducks go to bed, they'll go, it's time to go home and get food and fresh water to poop in. And they'll run, like they always have, right back into that little spot for me. And we'll be able to do that with them night after night. Right, duckies? But you guys look like you're missing something in there. You guys want food? You hungry? Let's get their, I got their feeders ready to go so y'all can see them eat. Hey, babes. Duck, duck, duck. Duck, duck, duck. And that's how you get them to respond to any command. Give them a command when something good's happening, or give them a command when something bad's happening. Duck, duck, duck. You know, when you chase them out of an area, you don't really want them to spend time. It's get out, get out. I don't want to do too much of that. I don't want them to associate that with being eaten, but or eating. Being eaten would be a good thing for them to associate that with. Oh, we're gonna get out of here. But you really can. You can actually condition them to just avoid certain areas of your property. It takes some time, but if you just kind of flip out on them every time they go there, just get out of here, go, 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 get out. They'll eventually be like, that place is bad. And when new ducks come into your flock, you don't even have to do much with it because they're going to follow the old ducks. It's kind of like the story with the monkeys and the fire hose. But anyway, thought y'all would like to catch up with everybody here. We are starting to look pretty. Yes, we are. I think I can see my 2 drakes right there. I'm pretty sure which 2 are. Can you guess which 2 are the drakes? I think it's starting to be a little bit evident. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions about where we're at right now, let me know. I know a lot of you have asked about sunflower sprouts for a smaller duck flock versus the big 5-gallon systems I used to use for over 100 of them. We'll be working on that. We'll have that for you by this weekend. Guys, I'm sorry I haven't been doing more episodes, but I got a lot going on. This property is not yet ready for the invasion. We're having an invasion, friendly invasion, right, Fox? We're having a friendly invasion of about 70 people coming to one of my workshops. And man, I'll tell you what, if I didn't have Monday and Tuesday off next week before it starts on Wednesday, I would be freaking out right now. But I got 4 days in a row to get things ready. Fox, you won't be here. Fox is going to the doctor. He's going to live in a great big cat condo with his sister Dana. He doesn't have to leave. It's not him. It's not the reason we're doing it. Dana runs away when that many people come here. She just freaks out. She can't handle it. And it's just easier to have her boarded during that period. And since those two have been together since birth, we just feel that she's more comfortable with him along with her. She doesn't like to go in a box. We made the mistake of putting her in a cloth kennel one time. She tore it apart, nearly turned into the Tasmanian cat devil. He doesn't really care. He goes in the carrier with her because it calms her down, but honestly, I could put that cat in my lap and drive him to the vet, pick him up and take him inside, and he wouldn't bother him one bit. But they'll be in good hands, and they'll get all their annual shots and stuff like that while they're there, so we'll function stack that. It's an added expense, but you know, when you bring animals on your property, kind of that's my point with this, they become your responsibility, don't they, Fox? Huh? Right now, the cats are upset with me because I have 2 big industrial fans running in their garage, and they don't like the noise, so I've had to feed them outside. Let's see, see, Fox has a scratch spot right there, man. See that little white spot? Yeah. So they can't go in. Well, they can, they just don't want to. So I have to feed them on the back porch and make sure the dogs don't eat their food while they have it. But when you bring animals on your property, it doesn't matter if they're cats or dogs or ducks. You know, they become your responsibility. And I know there's a lot of people watch with their kids and all the kids want ducks. You know, you got to make sure, and that's why I do these, make sure you understand, are ducks for you? Is it the right thing? Are you committed long term? These animals live 5, 10 years. There's been some ducks that have lived longer than 10 years. You know, this is what they do to property. You have to have enough area to be able to move them around so they don't completely decimate a place. I don't really think ducks are happy if you put them in a penned area like that and kept them penned up all the time. That's not really what they want. They want to go out and do their job, which is eating bugs and weeds and stuff for you. So when you bring animals on your property, have a plan. Don't just do it willy-nilly. Make sure it's what you really want to do. Because recently, well, I just made a stew. It was a really good stew. It was made with venison. I had some leftover cube venison I took out for the biltong I have in the... That's why I got the fans running in the garage anyways, because of the biltong. And I took it out with some other venison and beef to make some biltong, and I had 2 bags, and they had cubes instead of big chunks like you used to make biltong. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll make some stew. And the other ingredient in that stew, other than the potatoes and carrots and celery, parsley and stuff like bay leaf and all that good stuff, was rooster. Over the fence rooster. That's right. Remember, somebody threw a rooster over my fence. I don't need a rooster. I don't need a production red rooster. They're not even a high quality meat bird at all. But it made a pretty good stewing rooster. And that's an example of somebody that's not responsible for their animals. And people are saying to me, you know, what's the problem? It's free meat. I didn't want that dadgone bird. These are my birds. These are my responsibility. If one of them gets injured bad enough that they need to be culled or something like that, that's my responsibility. When they get older and they stop producing eggs and I need to cull out the old ones and bring in new ones, then that's my responsibility. That guy with that rooster, that was his responsibility, but he thought just because there was a sign that said farm on the freaking fence, it was okay to just throw his bird over my fence. And the reason I'm irritated about it is it's the 3rd rooster that we've had thrown over our fence. And the other ones I was able to actually find a place for them to go. In this last case, the place he went was a crock pot, well, actually a pressure cooker. And, you know, that's why I'm saying, guys, make sure you have a plan for what to do with animals once they're on your property, including what to do if they have to leave. If you don't have that much planned out, if you're not willing to take personal responsibility for that animal needing to go away, then you're not ready for it to show up. Just my thoughts, guys. We'll catch up with you soon, and hopefully the ducks will be in their great big new room.